Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video with your guy, Call Me Chike. Today we're taking a look at a Mist 13 that I played a few days ago. On your screen right now you can see the talents I'm running with Dreamer the Scenarios, Call of the Resto Druid, the DPS build, and our current gear, 630 above that, and the 3k Ryo guys. So this is a pretty good group for 13, but yeah, pretty average I would say. So as we're getting into this key, please notice that you actually need Herbalism to open this. I have Herbalism so I can open it, but you actually need a group member with Herbalism to open that gate to do this route. So what the tank will do now is pull all the small ads on top of the tree. So all of these small ads will actually charge out, putting a debuff on random members. So you need to be very careful with that. You can see the Weakaura just got bobbed, Blessing of Protection from the tank, because he already had 3 debuffs, and all the ads are charging him still. There's no reason for him to be out there, he just needs to get in here. So, as you can see right now on your screen, all I'm doing is Starfire here. I just had the chill thing in my ear, so I need to stop using Starfires now. But I did a million DPS, 1.2 million DPS, and out-healing everything. That was very good. When that is said, the tank also used a lot of cooldowns to keep himself alive. So, yeah, pretty nice played by everyone here. We used a lot of cooldowns, and because people actually used their cooldowns, I was able to also do DPS the entire pull. It's a very nasty pull, especially those guards I'm targeting right now. The Soul Rip is putting a dot on the tank, and you need to dispel that when you have 2 stacks. Otherwise, he's going to get 3 and 4, and then he's going to get 1 tapped. So, very important. This next part is actually pretty cool. So with the Warlock gate, you can actually skip those packs on the left of you. And you can go directly to where we are right now. So the tank is going to come in. I just heard the meow. We go right in my ear, so I know it's time to pump. So I'm just waiting for the tank to pull here. So I actually charged that, but I didn't want to stun it, because then it would be far away from everything else. So a kind of awkward charge, but it's actually fine. Going out here, back into cat form. Catvoke all the way. Very, very nice. Pumping out damage here. Not much to say. Just waiting for my Heart of the Wild to go out here.
Chill.
Starfire is fine here. I spread some bleeds and I wanted to Starfire. That's fine. Using some trees, life blooming. And now I'm gonna go over here and open the gate, because all of those mushrooms in there actually gives a buff. So you can take a, I think it's a 10% stat bonus, or you can take a 10% stamina bonus. Some people are using that before these 2 mini bosses, and some people are just using them after. And we're just gonna take them after. So we're gonna do the mini bosses now, and we're gonna take the buffs and the mushrooms after that. So what's important here is the Bramble Burst will leave a very, very nasty thing you can see there on the ground. And if you're standing in that, you're gonna die in like 4 or 5 ticks. So you need to keep moving, as you can see right here. I'm just keeping people up. And on 50%, when they go 50% or lower, they will start bursting out AoE. So it's very important that you focus one down, so they don't both. If they both go into 50%, the damage is like insanely high. So you need to focus one down, and then you're gonna see the AoE coming here. I'm gonna use Bark Skin and just like keeping people up here. Yep, ward. I'm actually fine here. Great healing, and we also had the Zephyr from the Weakaura, so we're taking less area of effect damage. So right now I'm just healing, remembering to like move when the Bramble Burst hits us. That's the thingy underground. So I need to, when my Weakaura tells me to move, I just move. So yeah, going back into cat form. Actually at this point I think I've used like my 15-second Heart of the Wild very, very good and very effective. So yeah. So yeah, you can see we're grabbing the last minibus. We're just dragging him along just to get combo points for me, and yeah, just to get the mushrooms before the boss. It is when you kill these 2, the tank will start the RP. Oh, not the tank, sorry. The boss will start the RP, so now we're ready to go. You can hit a meow. Actually, perfect timing again. So I'm gonna go in and rip both targets, trash. Gonna go out, gonna use Sunfire, Moonfire, the damage rotation. And I'm gonna go in and Convoke. A perfect damage rotation from me right there. Actually, very happy to see that. So yeah, and in these phases in the beginning, if we use kicks on the Spirit Bolt, there will not be a lot of damage on the group. So I can actually just, yeah, you can't stand in those. Mabu, get out. You can actually just like do damage here. it's not a problem. I can just, yeah, do damage. Don't worry about everything else.
Bloom up.
So now
Bloom
we're
up.
gonna get the AoE, okay? So that's the damage. Now the damage is coming from the boss. He's gonna use the AoE here, and we're gonna get a fear. I'm pretty sure we got Tremor Totem for that. Yeah. So the Shaman got a spec into Tremor Totem, so we actually like insta remove the fear. That's very
Bloom
good.
up.
Because the AoE is actually ticking. You can see we're taking a lot of damage here. We're gonna use Bloodlust, and that's because when the other boss right there is going to die, the main boss is gonna take an additional 200% damage.
Bloom
So
up.
we're going to go in here,
Bloom up.
using Heart of the Wild, and just pumping out damage. Convoke coming in, and you can see my damage just raising above a mil here. Very, very nice. So on, I think it's like 12 or below, sometimes you can actually one-shot the boss. But when we're going 13s and higher, we usually just do 2 phases, okay? So that means we're going back to focusing the other, like, big tree guy now. Just in a moment, I'm pretty sure. I'm still on the tank. I should, at this point, I should swap back to the tree guy because we want to kill the tree guy again. Because otherwise, the main tank or the guy right there, he's gonna go damage immune in just a second. So even though we were like pumping him all the time, we probably wouldn't make it because he's damage immune when the big tree is alive. So back to focus the big tree here.
Chill.
I have chill
Bloom
now,
up.
so most
Bloom
of
up.
my Heart of the Wild active and my 15-second Heart of the Wild is gone now. So I'm just getting ready for the AoE coming here. There you can see it, popping the trees, hotting up people here. I'm gonna fear, probably gonna tremor it.
Bloom
Yeah,
up.
instant tremor, very
Bloom
very
up.
nice. I'm gonna wild charge to the shaman to get out of all the poles there. I'm actually gonna convoke the tree there before my Heart of the Wild, so first mistake there. You heard the meow just when I finished my convoke, and that was a bad
Bloom
play
up.
because the convoke
Bloom up.
is just better. I got 200% damage when I'm in Heart of the Wild, and that would have been better to save the convoke for that. But yeah, it
Sure.
doesn't matter, the boss is dead, so. But just the minor correction there for my play. I should have waited. So for the mace, I'm using 2 weakauras. I can link those to you down in the description. I'm marking the little guy here
Bloom
to
up.
see which way he goes
Bloom
first.
up.
And you can see he goes right, so now I know it. And other than that, we're using the Warlock now, okay? There's a little hack you can use with the Warlock pets, where the Warlock pets can actually go through the portals and pull more mobs. So just in a second, you're gonna see more mobs coming here. Yep, you can see them on the right of your screen there. Actually a very good pull, a very nice pull for percentages. And we're gonna watch the Warlock here, because the Warlock is gonna take a lot of damage. So
Bloom up.
when you do this
Bloom
like
up.
double room pull, actually your Weakaura will just like start panicking, or it will start bucking out, because now the add-on things were in the, or the Weakaura things were in the next room, but we're not yet. So and that's
Bloom
where
up.
it starts getting tricky.
Bloom up.
So I think I'm gonna hide it in a moment, otherwise it's just gonna be on your screen. I don't really look at it that much, I'm only
Chill.
looking at the party frames here. Star firing, very nice. Just healing off my damage there. Yep. And they're about to die, so we're... Oh, not about to die, but they're gonna die soon, and we're gonna go right here.
Bloom up.
Other than that, is there
Bloom
more
up.
to say? Yeah, so this mace, you can see on the left of your screen, I can do the mace manually. And in the middle of your screen, it recommends me where to go. So it basically is doing the mace for me. But it is buggy when
Bloom up.
when you play like this and you actually like pull more rooms. The thing in the middle of your screen will get buggy, so I need to like make sure by doing it manually that it is correct. But both Weakauras are very very nice, and if you're doing the maze as intended, like 1 room at a time, after you're doing 2 rooms, it will actually just show you the way. So as you can see on the left of your screen right here, I'm just doing the maze here. I got a full leaf, full flower. And getting the last one here, and it's gonna say empty is the solution, and I'm gonna jump right through it. I've been practicing this a lot. I've been doing Mist a lot this season, so I've been practicing it. Jumping in, spreading my bleeds, gonna go out Sunfire, back into Cat, and Convoke. A picture perfect damage rotation
up.
for me here. Very,
Bloom
very
up.
nice. Gonna dispel myself. You can actually also Zephyr the little thing there if you want to. You can use it so it
Sure.
can't jump out. Going back after my damage rotation to actually do the puzzle here. Resetting. Trying to do the puzzle. Gonna get expel on me, so I'm
Bloom
going
up.
into bear form to not take that
Bloom
much
up.
damage. Back into bear form. Boom. Very nice. Missing the last Q here. I'm not using the middle thing here because I know that it might be bugged. So I'm just like doing it manually to make sure that we don't waste time. If you take the wrong portal, you just get ported back. So I'm just doing it manually here. I'm pretty sure this will be the solution. Yep. The circle is the solution, my Weakaura told me. So there you have it. Probably going into cat form, see if I can get Prowl off. I can. So actually very, very nice again. Getting all my my dots on this target. Very, very good. So the only thing you need to be looking out for on these mini bosses is actually just the frontal. Most of the time it's just the damage rates. You can see time to pump, going straight into it, and the little meow. Going to use my Convoke here. I need to watch my ground.
Bloom up. Bloom up.
The only thing I need to keep on the tank is like, yeah, he is gonna take stacking damage. You can see I have 2 debuffs now, so I need to have some kind of healing on him. But my passive healing from my Heart of the Wild is actually very good as well. So I can mostly just, yeah, do damage here. So as you can see, we did 2 mazes now. So at this point, I'm actually sure that because we're only pulling 1 room at a time, and we also did it with the last one, I'm sure that my Weakaura in the middle of the screen is showing me the right thing. So I know I know that we're going straight here. The Warlock is actually saying pull incoming, so the tank told him to pull more, so we're actually gonna get more. But at this point, I know which way we're going after this, so we're gonna get more percentages here, more of the maze. There's a lot of tanks actually want this, but yeah, personally I like to do just more in the end. I'm gonna go into cat form here and Convoke. Yep, very nice. I'm just gonna take the damage here. Oh, actually getting the bear form off. Very nice.
Bloom up.
Just pumping out damage here.
Chill.
Yep. Just standing and starfiring. There's a bit... I mean, cat form bleed spreading would be a bit better here, I think, than just standing and using starfire. But, I mean, sometimes you just want to use the starfires if you ran out of energy or something like that. So, yeah. Using a healthstone there as well, just getting a bit low. This just got into a big pool, as you can see. We used a lot of time here. I'm just pinging there where we need to go. Killing off the last ad and moving on here. And as you can see on the middle of your screen, this is gonna change now when we pull the last one. Okay, yeah, so this was a one-sided room, so there's only one exit. But other than that,
Bloom up.
I think we're gonna stay here and kill this, right? Yep, a little iron bark on the tank. There's a lot of damage on the tanks here. Some of these, I think it's called enforcers or something like that. Or the brutes, they're very strong. And they cleave and auto attack like for so much damage. So you need to watch the tank here.
Bloom up.
Yep. Going in on a late Convoke there, but actually getting it off. Very nice. Using Bark Skin because I got charged. Keeping people up. And you can see the middle thing changing now. So actually the last room before the boss. So if you're like in doubt, you can also just press M to see your map and see where you're going. Next one will be the boss. That's why I'm hiding it.
Bloom up.
So just healing up here.
Bloom up.
Keeping Heart of the Wild for the boss at the moment. So, and at this point I want to focus a lot on the tank. You're gonna see me healing a lot on the tank because the tank is taking so much damage here, and he's actually running out of personals, right? And just in a moment you're actually gonna see what happens when you don't heal the tank, sadly. So I feel like I'm on him here. He got a last thing here that he can use. He's gonna use it right there. His last cooldown. I'm going into cat form, trying to maintain him. I should have just stayed out and healed him, because just in a moment he's gonna get one tap, sadly. And you're gonna see the deaths here. He's actually gonna go from like 66% to death, boom, in 2 seconds. Instantly trying to rest him there. He had the soulstone as well, but at this point it's just a mess and people are dying, sadly. So yeah, in 2 seconds, even though I had my focus on him, going into cat form, I should have looked more at his personals and looked more at what spells he actually had to use. And he had nothing at this point, so I actually needed to just stay on him. I actually needed to iron bark him and do more. So that's a personal mistake, and that happens sometimes, okay? So when you're in a 13, there's a lot of thought process going on, and at this point, when we're pulling 2 of those enforcers or whatever they're called, the big brutes, the mini bosses, I actually need to heal the tank more, especially when he doesn't have any cooldowns left, as you see. So yeah, a little mistake, no worries, but yeah, that's a little thing I could do better. As you can see here, I'm just like hotting him up, making sure he has a lot of hots on him. And now I can go back into cat form and using my Heart of the Wild proc.
Bloom up.
The slashes there is
Bloom
just
up.
too much. He actually used Divine Shield on pull there because he was scared. I understand him.
Chill.
Again, now I need to have more hots on him. I need to focus more on healing on these like specific times in the dungeon. You need to focus more on healing, even though you DPS build. Okay. It's hard to do DPS if your tank is dead. You can say that. So let's see what's going to happen here next. Yeah, right now we're just killing these mini bosses or the enforcers, and they're like super tanky and they do so much damage. So they take quite a while to kill,
Bloom
but
up.
it's a nightmare for tanks. So I need to watch him again now. He's using big cooldowns here. The 5-minute cooldown is down. I watched that, so now I'm just healing him, as you can see. Using trees, using regrowths, trying to keep him healthy at all times. Just a second ago, he died in like 2 seconds, 2 slashes from 66%. Just keeping him topped off. Yep.
Bloom up.
And there you have it. I'm just looking at my map, as you told you. Looking at my map to make sure we're going boss next. I have Heart of the Wild. I have the 15-second Heart of the Wild. I have everything ready. Going into spread here. Bloodlust also popped. Popping my rip. Going
Bloom
out.
up.
Dots. Back
Bloom
in.
up.
And convoke. Yep. That's a very, very nice damage rotation for me as well there. And you can see the damage meter is actually pumping here. So what you need to look here is there will be absolutely no damage on the group if you control. As you can see, I severed the little Vulpin there. Guessing game is the first damage that will come on your group, okay? Guessing game is the same as the mace, but you have to do it manually. You have to do it by brain. So right here, I like super fast see that this will be the answer. I will text, I didn't see actually why it was because the screen is a bit low here or a bit small. But I will text you what my thought process was. The more you do this maze, the more like fast your thought process will be. Rooting the little Vulpin there and going back into damage. So the only time there will be group damage on this will actually be on the guessing game. Otherwise than that, you can just stay and like maintain the damage by just staying in cat form. So the heal I did there was not really needed, but I had some downtime before I could go into cat form because my Heart of the Wild was getting up. And my combo was ready. So as you can see there, a Vulpin, I need to root that.
Chill.
Finding my root. And also Sleepwalk. Very nice control. You can just control the Vulpins. If you have a tank moving away from them, the cleaves won't hit it and you're actually fine. So in a moment you're going to get a guessing game again. So now I'm going to go out. And as you can see, hot people up. I know it's coming. Looking. Flower, flower, circle. And there you have it. No circle. Actually going for that one. Need to watch the lines.
Bloom up.
A little bonus
Bloom
info
up.
I can give you while we're killing this intermission is that if you have the boss in the water, those Dutch balls will be very hard to see, okay? Those Dutch balls will be like almost impossible to see if you have the boss in the water. So keep the
Bloom
boss
up.
away from water. That will be the best thing I can tell you. So now we need to move away from the Vulpin. Rooted it, but someone is doing damage. You can see the shaman elemental is actually doing damage to it. So I'm gonna Zephyr it.
Bloom up.
I'm in the Heart of the Wild there, using my Catvoke, doing damage.
Chill.
I have the chill, so now I need to... And now I'm getting ready for the last guessing game here. So I need to start healing people. Oh, that's a line. The Vulpin is gonna get Sleepwalked. That's very nice. Gonna root it as well. So now we're getting ready for the last guessing game here. The fact that I didn't use Heart of the Wild here is actually just a joke, but happens. No circle again, so we're gonna go over here. Watching the balls. I should have 100% have used Heart of the Wild here, but yeah. In the guessing game, it's fine that I stay out and heal, but other than that. And watch the Vulpin now, okay? I think I remember this correctly. So the Vulpin is gonna go after the tank. And you can see the Vulpin right there. I'm like, what is going on? He's actually walking it into me and the shaman. He's walking the Vulpin into me and shaman, but I guess that just happens. I'm even gonna text the yikes. Gonna take the combat rest. The shaman is gonna ank, and we're fine. We're just gonna move on here. Zephyring again the Vulpin to make sure that no one else dies for that. So usually when you are fixated by the Vulpin, you're not gonna walk into your group, you're gonna walk away from the group. But I guess it was just like a minor thing, right? The tank just didn't think about it, and I was like... Yeah, I was just standing there and healing. So what we were just texting there while I stopped talking is because we're gonna do the sleep skip down here. So if you have an evoker with you, they can actually sleepwalk the ad on the left, and you can actually skip it. So you're gonna see that in just a moment. The reason we skip this is because it's a very nasty pull. We have a lot of AoE damage, and it's a very unnecessary pull. It's 3 mobs. That's very sad. And because we did a lot of ads in the maze, we have very good percentage. So other than not going the 3 ads, we can now do a bigger pull. So the paladin tank is gonna pull 2 packs here, and that will be a lot of damage. And it's a very, very fun pull to play. I'm going into cat form here, spreading my bleeds.
Bloom up.
Popping my trees, popping my wild growth, getting ready for the AoE in just a moment. As you can see, there's a lot of things on the ground here. Going into cat, and now the AoE is coming, going into bear, I think. Oh, not even, okay. Just using my health stone and my renewal,
Chill.
that's fine. And the healing is super fine here. Everyone is doing a very good job. The paladin is doing a very good job at off-healing our targets as well and our party members, so... This pull usually is more messy, but we did a very good job at controlling it. So yeah, next AoE here. Very, very nice. Also the Zephyr going off by the Evoker there. Very, very
Bloom
nice. Just to take less
Bloom up.
damage. A very, very clean pull. In other keys, and if you're doing this key on 13, that pull will be a lot more messy. But we had a very good control of the pull. And you can also like interrupt all the things on the ground. So
Bloom
using
up.
in-cap roar is a very
Bloom
good
up.
idea here as well. AoE incoming. I think I'm gonna go bear, please. Oh, my bear was late there. You didn't see anything. But going into bear form here is very nice. As you can see there, I Zephyred a bit too late as well. The bug thingy there that is like jumping out and putting a poison debuff on people, you can Zephyr that. And it won't make the debuffs. As you can see there, it jumped out on the shaman, but it didn't leave a debuff. So, yeah. The AoE,
Sure.
I should have barkskin that, but going into bear is fine. Actually gonna get sacked by the paladin tank. Very nice sack, just to make sure I don't die of some random attack. Let's see what's going to happen here. I just, yeah, dotting people up. I need to get my, yeah, exactly, hots on the tank. Gonna remove the poison. And we're gonna get an AoE here. I'm gonna go bear. Very nice, Mawu.
Bloom up.
Very nice.
Bloom up.
Especially with the talents I'm running, it's just like very good to be in bear. Just the second the AoE hits, and then just go back to the forms you're using. But just take the initial damage by going into bear form is very, very good. So right now I'm just doing damage, spreading the bleeds. Not sure why I'm going out here. I think I'm just scared, basically. And my Weakaura says spread with the little spread there. So yeah, going into cat form in just a moment to convoke, because I heard the meow. Rage 5, okay.
Bloom
So
up.
my Weakaura or my
Bloom up.
add-on is actually telling me to range 5. That's why I'm like staying back, okay?
Chill.
I'm gonna get the chill. I'm just standing there using
Bloom up.
Starfires to like passive heal people. I'm scared of this guy because he has 2 debuffs now. That's why I'm iron barking him. I saw he had 2 debuffs, and that's a nasty debuff. So yeah, I was just looking at Dream of the Scenarios, how much healing that did. So yeah. So I'm pretty sure what we're gonna do now is pull more ads before the boss. So right now we don't have bloodlust, we don't have cooldowns, we don't have anything ready. So we're gonna do the ads before the boss, okay? And as I recall, the shaman is gonna get 1 shot here in just a moment.
Bloom up.
Because he have aggro on
Bloom
the
up.
small one, so you're gonna get attacked, and then the AoE, yeah. So he's getting attacked by all the small one. You can see that on the right side of your screen and on your left side in the top there. And I'm gonna stand here in the green. Oh, sorry the language, but I'm standing in the green glue for like such a short period of time because there's 2
Bloom up.
pools on top of each other. I actually died there, so very sad. So I'm gonna use stealth here to walk past all these mobs. Very nice to be a druid here, by the way. I'm watching the patrol there on your right, jumping past them. And I can go back into cat form, stealth, and get back to the group here in a moment. That would have been very bad if it was the warlock dying there, because he cannot skip the first one that we Dreamwalk skipped. A very nice health potion here from the shaman. I was not ready to heal him, and the AoE was right there when I came back to the group, so a very nice health potion there. Yeah, so we're just gonna, I think we're just gonna use the rest of the trash here.
Bloom up.
Going into cat, using catvoke, feeling confident again.
Bloom up.
The AoE coming. Yeah, the AoE got interrupted by some kind of interrupt. It could have been the evoker,
Sure.
it could have been anyone. Usually you let the AoE go through because people, when they hear AoE in their add-ons or weakauras, they like use defensive as me, go into bear form and that, but you can interrupt it as well with incapacitating roar or Zephyr or whatever spell you want to use. AoE incoming, I think it's gonna go off. A very good bear again there, as you can see. I'm just going into bear, using one global to go into bear will save me so much health because I actually spec'd into it, so. You'll see us going in just a moment here for 100%. Yep, 100% trash going straight into boss. Please, Marvel the Patient, press yes, thank you, Heart of the Wild. So, like, if you want to do it perfectly, use Heart of the Wild on first boss, second boss, third boss. You're gonna save it for all the bosses. That's like the best gameplay I would recommend you doing in 13s. That will be perfectly timed as well. So I needed to use it on Mist Calder as well, but just, I guess forgot it. A little trick here. On the mine thingy, where you usually need to run away, you can actually Divine Shield it, as you can see the Paladin tank did. And you don't need to run away at all. It's a very nice little trick. And we're all trying to stack here for the green glue thingy coming on the ground in now. We want to stack as much as possible so we can get out of that. In perfect groups, you actually like super stack, you pixel stack on it, so no one is like left out. And I can raw and we can all run away. But this stack is fine. The bus is gonna run close to 60% now. The tank is running away, no shield anymore. Very nice by the tank there. So as you can see in the middle of your screen, the AoE is gonna come in a moment. I think it's at 60%. The AoE is gonna come. The boss is gonna run into the middle. We're gonna use Bloodlust and we're gonna like try to kill the shield on the boss so it doesn't like pump out damage on us. So this is a very, very good healing check. You need to keep everyone healthy. And you can also say to people that they need to be close to the middle. There's a reason I stand in the middle is because usually people just run around like super stressed and without knowing where they are and like running away from the tank and the healer. And that's very bad. If they line of sight me, not line of sight me, but outrange me, I can't heal them and they're gonna die in just a matter of seconds there. Next link here. You can see we're actually with the Bloodlust pumping damage here. The next AoE is just in a moment here. Trying not to overlap here. And the boss is gonna run into the middle. I'm gonna run into the middle. Ooh, actually taking a unnecessary damage there. Got a bit scared. You can see right now the Augevoger is far away from me. And that's also bad play by me, but also bad play by him. So I'm getting very scared. He's gonna get healed by the tank. That's super good. I don't have light blue myself, so a bit of a bad play by me right there. I needed to be closer to the party members and I needed to do more HOTS before the AoE, okay? So a bit of some stress healing going out there, but we managed to recover from it. Mark Prey on me, going into cat form, just doing DPS. Just make sure to stack on the boss and on the tank, because the tank cannot take aggro from the small ones. You can see me running away there is actually very bad. Because you need to just cleave the ads down. I need to tank it. Okay, and you need to stun them and you need to root them and you need to just, keep him close to the boss so you can just cleave the boss and kill the ads, okay? Now I think I'm gonna raw. Yep, gonna raw on that one because there's gonna get more and more green glue. So it's a very nice thing to like keep your raw for that. Mark Prey and me again, gonna stack up with the group. The tank is gonna come over and we can cleave him down. I'm just looking at myself here, healing, using a health stone. Now I'm running away because of the lines. I should have probably stayed, but a bit of a late vortex. It would have been much better if I just vortex them on boss. And a little mini game there, if you saw it, I was just making sure to not hit the green thingy there. Every man for himself at this point. Oh. But yeah, I was trying to not hit the green stuff because then I would have been dead. Going into cat form and finishing the key. So yeah, that's the key. Actually, even though we died, I felt like, for my perspective, for all my cat vokes and all I did, I think it was a very, very good key, and that's why I wanted to show you it. I think it was a very nice key to show how you're able to go into cat form and do damage, even though people are taking a lot of damage. So yeah, that's the key. So I actually got so excited by this key that I forgot to show you everything here. As you can see, I'm doing a lot of damage in cat form here. I want to show you what else all these people did. I felt like, again, it was a very nice key. It was not clean. We died, but yeah, fine. You can see Dream of the Scenarios on second place there. Like 16% of my damage is off. Or 16% of my healing is off my damage, and that's just amazing. I really like this play, and I really like this build. Like, even though the tank died once, other than that, the healing was super fine. No one was about to die. No one was like panicking. So you can for sure do this build. You can go into cat form, you can do damage, and still manage to get these 13s done. For me personally, I can only see Resto Druid playing this build, where you can go into cat form and just like burst out damage. And yeah. So I guess that was the key, the Mist 13. I would love if you could just like text down there in the comments what key you would like to see next, or I'm just gonna do some random key and see if I can comment on that. And as always, thank you so much for being here, guys. I hope you enjoyed the key, and I guess I'll just see you in the next one. Bye, guys!